Hey there. This is an opportunity to be creative and spontaneous, and I love that challenge. So all of a sudden, the kids come home and they're calling you going, what's for lunch, what's for dinner? And you're like, haven't even thought about it. Good reason to stock your fridge. Good reason to have spices on hand, right? If you don't think about it ahead of time, it's gonna take a long time to prepare. So I happen to have chicken that I took out with no intention of knowing what I was gonna make. Ding, now I know. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, okay? I'm gonna get this chicken in an area where I can season freely. I'm gonna just start with these 3 pieces so you can see what I'm talking about. I made my pesto, which I always have on hand. I'm gonna use some of this pesto, which has salt, by the way, so I have to figure that in when it comes to seasoning, and it has some fat. Now remember, this has skin, so it also has fat. I'm gonna just spread the love around. Remember, you wanna season every piece of your food. You wanna be generous with your seasoning. Otherwise, somebody's gonna be a little bit unhappy. How do I measure? I'll put it in my hand, spread it out. Now, another thing that's really important when you want food to, that you want your seasoning to adhere to your food, is it has to have oil to stick to. It has to have some kind of fat. Now, we use this basil, this pesto. I'm gonna dip it around and see how much actually adheres to the meat. But this is really important as far as having seasoned foods. You wanna be generous. You wanna rub it in, rub. This is what I call love. Seasoning is love. Every piece of your food needs to get some love. That's how you create these memorable dishes that people go, oh my God, that chicken was so good. Now, as long as you can let meat or any kind of protein marinate, just even if it's 30 minutes, great. If it's 2 hours, awesome. If it's a day, it's just gonna tenderize your protein and it's gonna taste amazing. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes, and then what I'm gonna do after, I'm gonna get a roasting pan. After 30 minutes, this allows the pan drippings to drop right through. I'm gonna position it not so that the meat touches, because if you crowd any pan, what it does is it causes a steaming effect. So we want every piece to be nice and browned, nice and seasoned, and feel the love. So we're gonna cook this at a high fire, maybe like 375 roast. Check it out later. Chapeau.